Good morning, students. I'm here to take your biology class today, and the chapter will be life processes. We all know that there are many life processes occurring inside our body, like digestion, respiration, transportation, excretion, reproduction. So many are there, but we will start with the first one, that is digestion, because ultimately we require glucose. Then only the respiration can take place and circulation can take place. So first of all we want the glucose. Okay, so let's start. Subject biology, chapter is life processes. It's not only process but processes means many. As I've told you, digestion, respiration and all. So subtopic will be digestion, and that we will see in human being. It's not only that whatever food we are taking, it directly go to our stomach and digestion take place. No. The digestion start in mouth itself, then it moves to stomach, then half of the digestion take place, then again from stomach it moves to small intestine, and again some of the digestion take place, the last one, and then the unwanted food particles move to large intestine, and the waste particle move out of the body, and from small intestine the end product of food get absorbed in the body. So it start in mouth. Number one, I'm writing here mouth. So it's starting here in mouth. So whatever things are there, totally I'm going to tell you. Like mouth, we have number one, we have teeth. Yes. All are helping. Yes. What teeth is doing? Teeth is helping in breakdown of complex food into simpler food. It's not chemically but in sizes and shape. Okay, like sizes is going to change it, because with the help of teeth what we do, like in a mixer when we give food there, we keep some food particles there. What happen? Like a mixie, it's make a paste. The same way teeth will also help in breakdown of complex, means bigger size will change into simpler or smaller, only in the sizes, nothing else. No chemical change will take place here. Second one is, after teeth we have tongue. So what tongue do? Tongue helps in tasting the food. Taste. Yes, because in tongue we have different areas. Like if this is a tongue, so what you can feel here? What you can feel here and here. So this is sweet. Side one sour, and this one bitter. So the tongue helps in taste or tasting the food. Second, movement of food also take place. Movement of food. Tongue help in movement. When we are eating, it's help in movement. And third will be, the very important one is speech. Try to speak without the movement of your tongue. This is not possible. So this help in speech. So teeth we have seen, tongue we have seen, and the last and the very important one, that is C in mouth. That is the enzyme amylase, and that is released by salivary gland. Okay, so I'm showing you here. If this is a head portion, so this is a mouth portion here. Mouth, what we have? We have a gland. We have a gland here, and that is known as salivary gland. Salivary gland. What this salivary gland do? It releases saliva. It releases saliva. What is saliva? The water. And the water which comes in our mouth, like when we are hungry or when we get a good smell of food, and the water comes out. That water mixes up with the food and it's required. So whenever this salivary gland is releasing saliva, and saliva consists of an enzyme. This is the important point. So it consists of an enzyme named amylase or salivary amylase. Is it clear? Yes. Now we will see that this salivary amylase, which is present in saliva released from salivary gland, what does it do? So here, if we have taken food here. Yes, whatever food we have taken. Yes, let me show you here. So food is here, and when we take food, teeth help in breaking the food and then mixing with saliva. And saliva consists of an enzyme. What is that enzyme? Amylase. I'm right. I'm denoting it by A. Okay. So amylase is there, and food consists of carbohydrate, vitamins, proteins, fibers, roughage. These all things are there. So this amylase will start acting on the food, but where it will act? This question is there. So this amylase will act only on carbohydrates. This will only act on carbohydrate. It's not going to touch protein, vitamins, roughage or fats. But this amylase, this enzyme will act on carbohydrates. Yes. And you know carbohydrate, because of carbohydrate we get energy. And energy we are getting from glucose. And carbohydrate is a long chain of glucose. Let me show you here about the carbohydrate, a separate topic if you will understand this. Like carbohydrate it is a polysaccharides. Poly means many and saccharides means sugar. Many sugar are there. Okay, that's the reason it becomes so complex to absorb inside our body, and our body wants simpler thing. Simpler means a single sugar molecule. So this polysaccharide get changed into monosaccharide. Again, mono means one or single, and saccharides means sugar. So monosaccharides means single sugar molecule, that is only one glucose will be there. Glucose, you know, say 6 are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a sugar molecule, and that is only one. That is glucose. And here this is many, means one glucose connected to second glucose, connected to third glucose, connected to fourth, and so on. That's the reason our body can't take this. This is a very complex form. So our body wants this. And how it happens? How the polysaccharide changes into monosaccharide? How the complex form changes into simpler form? That is due to the enzyme amylase. Clear? And amylase is released from the gland, salivary gland, present in saliva. Clear? Yes. So mouth, digestion start in mouth, and three major things we'll be seeing here. Teeth, it will help in breakdown of complex food into simpler food. Only the sizes and no chemical changes. Second one is tongue. Tongue help you in the tasting of food. That different areas I have shown, sweet, sour and bitter. Then movement of food while eating, the movement take place with the help of tongue. And speech, you can't speak without the help of tongue. Then the third one, very important one, that is salivary gland. I have shown you here. Salivary gland present inside our mouth. Whenever we take food, salivary gland releases saliva, that is water, and that consists of an enzyme named amylase. And this amylase will act on food only on carbohydrate. And what is carbohydrate? It is polysaccharides, and polysaccharide means many sugar molecules will be there, and this get converted into monosaccharide, single molecule of glucose, and this will get absorbed by our body, and polysaccharide changing into monosaccharides with the help of amylase. Clear? So mouth part is over. Can I rub this? Yes. Now the next part will be second one, that where digestion take place. First one is mouth and second one is stomach. Yes. Now the question is, the mouth, the digestion, the little digestion, that is carbohydrate digestion take place. The food moves to stomach area. Okay. And how it get connected? How the food from mouth reaches to stomach? So there is a connection, and that is a called food pipe. So food pipe is there, like if this is a mouth, this is a pipe. So here mouth, and here stomach is there. Okay, just let me rub this. Yes. So mouth, and this is like I'm showing you stomach. So this is a pipe, this one. This pipe is known as food pipe or esophagus. Here no digestion take place. The little, like the carbohydrate get digested here not completely into disaccharides, and the food particles here move from this pipe. The disaccharide I have not told you, like I have told you, from polysaccharide changes into monosaccharides. In between, it also changes to disaccharide. Di means two and saccharide means sugar molecules. Okay, it's not directly changing into monosaccharide. So now the food will pass from this esophagus or the food pipe by the movement like this. The movement will take place, and this type of movement is called peristalsis movement. And then it will reaches to stomach. Yes. Now the second point will be stomach. Like mouth, we have seen three things. So here stomach, second one, and esophagus, no digestion take place there. So stomach, whatever things we have. Stomach, as the food reaches the stomach, okay, this is stomach. As the food reaches, okay, as the food comes inside the stomach, gastric glands are present on the wall of stomach. So we have gastric gland. As salivary gland was there in mouth, here we have gastric gland present on the lining of stomach. As soon it receive the food, it start releasing gastric juice. What it release? It release gastric juice. And gastric juice consists of ABC, HCl, pepsin and mucus. these three things are there in gastric juice. HCl, they are acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. So what happened? It kills all the germs. Kills all the germs. Plus, it also activate pepsin. Means if this HCl will not be, this HCl is not present, then this pepsin won't get activate, because this pepsin it's known as pepsinogen when it be in its inactive stage. Inactive stage, it is known as pepsinogen, and when HCl come, this pepsinogen convert to pepsin, and pepsin is an active form of an enzyme. And this is all for the +1 it's required. So you just concentrate here pepsin. So pepsin is an enzyme and it will act on protein like amylase was acting on carbohydrate, and this pepsin enzyme will act on protein and it will change protein to peptones, peptides, okay, and ultimately to amino acid. Like we are getting glucose from carbohydrate, so we are getting amino acid from protein, and this we require for our body growth, repair, and different things. Is it clear? And mucus. What mucus do? Mucus help in lubricating or protection from HCl, because it is acidic in nature. When it's going to come inside the stomach, it's going to harm the wall of stomach. So what happened? Mucus at the same time, it's lubricating the wall of stomach. Is it clear? Now the food is half digested food will move out from the stomach. Okay. Now the food will come out of the stomach. Now half digestion of carbohydrate has taken place. Half digestion of protein digestion has also taken place. Now the food will come from stomach like this. Yes. So here, this junction. Now after stomach, we all know we have an intestine. So intestine connects here. We all know like this. Yes. So when the food start coming out from the stomach, the first portion of intestine meet here, and the first portion of small intestine is known as duodenum. Okay, it's meeting here. This is a very, very important part, because here the intestine, small intestine, receive the half digested food from the stomach plus two juices. It receive one from the pancreas. This is pancreas. Pancreas release pancreatic juice, and it also receive another juice. Another juice is there, that is from the this is liver, and this is gallbladder. Gallbladder release bile juice. Pancreas release pancreatic juice, and gallbladder release bile juice. This is very important. So we are there at the end. At the end means stomach digestion, stomach portion, and intestine we have just started. Okay, so intestine, this portion, small intestine, I'm showing you like this, like stomach is coming out, and here the intestine, first portion I'm showing you here. So the food particle from the stomach is coming down, and here the food is mixing with two type of liquid. Yes, one from here and one from here. Yes, this is what? This is pancreas. Pancreas release pancreatic juice. And this one is gallbladder. Gallbladder, and gallbladder release bile juice. Clear? This is stomach. The half digested food is coming out from the stomach. It mixing with pancreatic juice from pancreas, and it is also mixing with bile juice from gallbladder, and gallbladder is present in liver. So now this complete mixture move down to intestine. Yes, this all come down. Now I just show you that pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice consists of 3 enzymes, that is trypsin, lipase and maltase. Trypsin helps in digestion of left out proteins or peptones into amino acid. Lipase help in the breakdown of fats and that into fatty acids plus glycerol, and maltose help in the breakdown of maltose, that is disaccharide, into monosaccharide, that is glucose. Clear? These 3 enzymes. And one more juice was there, that is bile juice. That is bile juice. Bile juice consists of bile salt, and it helps in emulsification of fats. So emulsification means just breakdown. In question it comes, what do you understand by the term emulsification of fat? Like in board exam, they may ask you, what do you understand by the term emulsification? They won't ask you what do you understand by the breakdown of fat. They'll ask you what do you understand by the emulsification of fat. So emulsification of fat means breakdown of fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Clear? So now the food ultimately the half digested, or you can say completely 80% digestion has taken place, and it has come to intestine. In intestine we have villi is present there. A hair like projections will be there. What it do? It increase the surface area. So that a digestion means absorption take place. Okay, absorptions. Now whatever the ultimately the food has come, and the simpler things are there, like the complex food has converted into simpler form, and now the simpler form will get absorbed inside the body with the help of this villi. Villi will increase the surface area so that the absorption of all these things take place. Is it clear? And what happened? The unwanted food will move, unwanted or undigested food will go to the large intestine, and it will slowly come out of the body. Large intestine will be here, so it will go there and come like this. Is it clear? So this was about digestion. Simple thing. If you see like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, means simple, you can say that this is the body part. Yes, simple rough one I'm saying. So here mouth, this will be the food pipe, esophagus, then stomach, after that last portion of stomach and the first part of intestine, that is duodenum, and here it mixes with the pancreatic juice from the pancreas and bile juice from the gallbladder. It also come and mixes here, and then go for small intestine and the large intestine. Thank you. Whatever doubt you all have, you all can write it on piece of paper and send it to me through WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you, students.